Hey Barnabas Project family, Wes here, and this is our media director Brad Brown, and we're so excited to talk to you today about two international projects that we have coming up this year. But before we do that, some of you may not know or recognize the face beside me. This is Brad Brown. He's our media director. And Brad, why don't you take a moment to introduce yourself to the Barnabas Project family?
Hi, Barnabas Project family. Like he was just saying, some of you know Wes, and you don't know me, and some of you watching this video know me, but you don't know who Wesley is. But we wanted to come together in a video and kind of just introduce each other to you guys and let you know what's going on this year coming up. God brought Wes and I together at a ministry here in Lakeland, Florida at Parkway. And as soon as we met, we started talking about missions and how much we love it. And he told me about the Barnabas Project and how he started it. And I told him how I love media and missions. And we just grew that into what Barnabas is today. And we have a few trips coming up this year that we're excited to be a part of.
Yeah, over the last year, Barnabas has really taken its course where we've really discovered that there's just a lot of ministries and missionaries out there who are doing an amazing work, but nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
And the reasons why nobody really knows about it is because they're just not in front of people. I mean, Brad, you and I know it's not that people aren't giving or don't want to give. We've discovered that people don't want to give and don't give to ministries that they don't feel connected to or that they don't see anything taking place. So
100%.
So over the last year, the Barnabas Project, we have three really main points, core values, if you will. We are all about developing ministries, discovering missionaries, and declaring God's glory among the nations. And Brad, what are the two countries that we're going to be doing those three things?
Yeah, so one of the trips that we're taking this year is to Cairo. Again, we were there last January, but we're going there again because there's going to be a marriage conference. All the pastors there in Cairo that serve there, we're going to be having a conference there for them, and we're going to be getting footage and content for the different ministries there. We'll be able to do podcasts, we'll be able to do interviews with them, and just highlight the ministries that are going on there in Cairo, Egypt.
Yeah, we're going to be partnering with Reach Missions. A lot of you guys know Jeff Carney and Archie Norman, the president and vice president of Reach Missions, and it's been a huge blessing to partner with them. And as you've seen from Jeff's testimonial video that was just recently posted, what they have said is that we are really just invaluable to have with them on this trip. And one of the things I'm excited about this trip for you, Brad, is you're usually the man behind the camera, but you have an amazing opportunity this year that you didn't have last year.
Yeah, it's so exciting. So here in Lakeland, Florida, I'm the children's director at Parkway Baptist Church, and they have asked me on this trip to lead children's ministry in Cairo, Egypt for the kids that are there at this marriage conference. I am beyond thrilled to be able to serve there in a different country and be able to teach the young people over there all about Jesus.
We're just so excited to help develop not just Reach Missions on this trip, but really we're going to help develop just over 30 ministries while we're in Egypt, because the marriage conference is for over 30 national Egyptian pastors and their families who all have flourishing churches in Egypt, Cairo, Alexandria, all over the country. So we're really pouring into these ministries that are doing an amazing job in the Mediterranean. And I know it's hard for us as Americans to really put ourselves into that position and to wrap our minds around that. But some of you remember the story from last year where you'll see the picture of Brad and Archie Norman on the stairs that seemingly led to nowhere.
Yeah, completely empty.
It was a vacant lot
completely empty,
that the organization owned, and they were raising money and funds. And we came in and we were able to shoot high definition video, high definition interviews, and we were able to give them that content. And within two and a half months, $25,000 was raised, which was the goal target, and all that money was raised. And we're so excited because when we go back to Egypt in May, we're going to be going back to that property.
Yeah,
and there's
it's
going to be
awesome.
there's going to be a fully built church there,
Yep.
and it's going to be
We'll have good
flourishing.
before and afters. And that speaks to what you were saying, Wes. It's not that there's nothing going on around the world. It's that these people are so busy building and trying to build that they don't think to stop and like take video, and they may not have the greatest equipment to do that with. And so if they do post it, it's not the greatest quality, which doesn't attract a lot of attention. So our main mission here at Barnabas is to get in there where they don't have the right equipment and be able to shoot high quality video, get a lot of content for them for the next year, and be able to create a website, design things for them to where their ministry can be seen around the world in high definition, so that people will want to give and feel attached to it.
Yeah, and our goal is for more stories like last year where the church was built and raised, and our goal is to see more churches built and planted not only in Egypt but all over the world. There is a trip that we were invited to, but it just doesn't work out in our schedule. We were invited to go to Sudan, and unfortunately we aren't able to attend, but we've been giving Jeff and Archie, the gentlemen who are going, vice president and president of Reach Missions, tips on how to take good video and good pictures, and they're going to be getting us that content upon return, and we're going to take that content and edit it and get that into their hands so they can continue to grow the ministry in Sudan as well.
And a lot of those pastors that are in Sudan came from the ministry in Cairo. They have Mediterranean Baptist, I'm sorry, I just messed it up.
Middle East Baptist Seminary.
And that's a college there in Cairo that we have been to before that are training these pastors up and sending them into Sudan and the surrounding countries that will not accept American missionaries, but they will accept missionaries from Egypt. So we are playing a vital role in sending missionaries to different countries that America can't reach, and we are so excited about that.
Yeah, we can't wait. We need your guys' prayers and we need your support, because we're also going to be doing a second trip this summer. We're going to be going to France, in a town called Chooz, Chooz, about 3.5 hours north of Paris, and we're going to be helping out missionary James Carney. He's been over there for quite some time, and we've connected with him, and we are so excited to dive into the ministry that he is doing in France, and to be able to get them a great ministry overview video that they'll be able to use, send to their current supporters to show them the amazing work that God is doing, and show so that they can gain new support and continue the work that's taking place in France. Guys, we need your help
Desperately.
Oh, desperately. This is 2 big international trips that are taking place this summer. We're so thankful for you. We're thankful for our monthly supporters who have been faithful to support us since we've started the Barnabas Project over 3 years ago, about 4 years ago now. We're thankful for those of you who have just come on and started supporting us monthly this year. We express our heartfelt thanks. All of the money that you give goes directly into our outreach and into our projects. Brad and I, as Brad said earlier, we both work full-time. Brad's a full-time Bible teacher. He's also a children's director at our church. I'm a worship leader and students director at our church. And we do this in our spare time in order to develop ministries, discover missionaries, and declare his glory among the nations. So guys, for these projects, our goal is to raise $10,000. About $6,000 of that just gets us there and allows us to be able to be there and to be present. That other $4,000 is going directly towards new camera equipment and new lenses that we need to purchase, so that way Brad and I both can have cameras. Right now we have one camera that Brad uses, but this time I need to have a camera and I need to be able to do shots as well. Brad's going to be teaching kids, as he's already told you, and then we're going to be splitting up in several different opportunities on this trip, where he's going to be in one place, I'm going to be in another.
It really
place.
makes it to where we can take full advantage of the trip.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for only one camera to be there, because there might be a shot that Wes can get if I'm doing an interview. that he's able to grab. And we've had that happen on previous trips, and we just feel like we have failed because we don't have the equipment. So we really want to raise that money to be able to take full advantage of the trips that we take.
We just pray that God would just put on your heart whatever it may be. We really need monthly supporters.
We do.
But if you can give a one-time gift, we will take that and we will use it to the fullest ability for what God will do in Egypt and in France this year, and of course the projects that we're doing in Sudan. So we're really excited, guys. We just thank you for taking the time to listen to our passion, to listen to our burden, and whatever God puts on your heart, we're going to be so thankful, and it's going to be so heartfelt for us. We just can't wait to give you updates on the return end of
our trip. Is in June. The end of May and June.
Yep, end of May and June.
And just be on the lookout on our socials. We'll be updating you as we go in the airport, on the trip, the kind of the behind the scenes of the Barnabas Project. You'll be able to see if you follow our socials. But like Wes was saying, we covet your prayers. We really need prayers for safety for the trips.
Yes.
Pray for our families as we leave them here in America for that time that we're gone. Pray for the equipment to run well. Customs. We went on a trip last year where Customs charged us a great amount just to get a drone into the country. But God took care of that, obviously. But we want to pray that everything goes smoothly for these trips, and we covet that from you.
Well, thanks, guys, again. We pray that y'all have a blessed day, and thanks for supporting the Barnabas Project as we continue to develop ministries, discover missionaries, and declare his glory among the nations.